A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, Mid-HudsonNews.com. It's Wednesday, April 12th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. Several registered Republican voters that have signed designating petitions for Stephen Bedetti, who's seeking the Republican candidate nod for New Windsor Town Supervisor, have been visited by private investigators in the past 2 days. The Board of Elections, meanwhile, said it denounced that misrepresentation. Republican Orange County legislator and Montgomery Village Mayor Stephen Brescia has filed petitions to run for Montgomery Town Supervisor on the GOP and conservative lines. He's being challenged by a former town supervisor, Democrat Susan Cockburn. Should Brescia win in the November election, he would have to step down from both current posts. Law allows a village mayor to serve on the county legislature, but town supervisors may not. Brescia won another term as village mayor just last month. He has not responded to requests for comment. The state controller's office is continuing its audit of Wallkill Town finances, covering the period of January 2021 through June 2022. It began in September of last year. While state officials are mum about the specific subject matter, Town Supervisor George Serrano noted the time frame is dealing mostly with the period before he took office in January 2022. Whatever recommendations the auditors make, the town will accommodate them, he said.
There's always ways to do things better. And if we can do it better, make it a smoother operations, we would do that. But to this day, as I speak to you, there's been no report of any illegal activity reported to me by the auditors.
Rumors have been swirling around the town that the FBI is involved in the audit, but Serrano, a retired police officer with 26 years under his belt, says he's spoken with the FBI and they're not involved. Neither is the Orange County District Attorney's Office, according to DA David Hoovler. 32-year-old Carlos Belton was sentenced to 41 years to life in prison by Dutchess County Court Judge Jessica Siegel yesterday. Belton murdered 27-year-old Altiba Proverbs inside the Casablanca grocery store on Main Street in Poughkeepsie in June 2022 and was convicted by a jury in February of murder and criminal possession of a weapon. Judge Siegel sentenced Belton to 25 years to life for the murder conviction and 16 years to life for the weapons conviction. The terms will run consecutively. Belton was viewed on the surveillance cameras inside 386 Main Street in the store, where he ambushed Proverbs and shot him several times. After the shooting, Belton was observed walking to the counter of the store before casually leaving. Later that day, he arrived at a local hospital suffering from a gunshot wound to the abdomen that required emergency surgery. It was determined Belton was shot while in the process of shooting the victim. It was noted that Belton's classified as a persistent violent felon as a result of his prior felony convictions, along with recent convictions. More news right after this.
Find over 100 retailers allowing you to spend hours shopping safely at the Galleria at Crystal Run. Enjoy the big brands and the diverse selection of family-owned stores all in one location. The Galleria at Crystal Run offers dining options for everyone with Fuji, 110 Grill, Allen's Mediterranean Grill, and Peru Cuisine. Discover the Mid-Hudson Valley's premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination, the Galleria at Crystal Run. For more information, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com.
It appears there'll be a rematch in the 19th Congressional District race in November, as Democrat Josh Riley, who lost to Republican Marcus Molinaro, announced yesterday that he's throwing his hat back into the ring. In 2022, Riley earned over 49% of the vote. He said he's running again because, in his words, "I believe this is a valley for opportunity." He said he will always protect Social Security, defend a woman's right to choose, and fight to strengthen the middle class. Molinaro, meanwhile, issued a statement saying that in his less than 100 days into his term, he's focused on delivering bipartisan results for upstate New York. Ulster County is asking the state for permission to double its hotel-motel occupancy tax. The current rate is 2%. County Legislator Joe Maloney, who proposed the increase, said it would generate millions in new revenue to the benefit of county residents.
I call it the wealthy out-of-towner tax, not to demonize anyone. These are wonderful people coming into our area from all over, and they're spending a lot of money here, but they're also using a lot of resources, and there's a tax put on to the residents here, and this is money that can be used for anything. I'd like to see go right back onto the tax rolls.
Maloney estimates doubling the occupancy tax would add millions in revenue to the county coffers. Emergency services personnel from several area agencies were on the scene of a crash between a fully loaded dump truck and an 18-wheeler in Wurtsboro Tuesday afternoon. It occurred around 3:15 at Sullivan Street and Kingston Avenue in the vicinity of a gas station, said Wurtsboro Fire Chief Dustin Graham.
Maybe one of the trucks lost their brakes, causing a T-bone collision. The one truck fell into the other truck, and it took us about 3.5 hours to extricate the one driver due to the fact where the truck that they struck ended up hitting the lady, or the driver, the female driver, down into the driver's seat. So we had to cut away the firewall.
Another complication was that a utility pole at the location snapped off, causing it to possibly destabilize the tipped-over truck. Graham said the injured woman suffered non-life-threatening injuries. State police are investigating the incident. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.